Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer, and I'm joined by Melissa Belzer this week.
Hello.
I got in a lot of trouble last week for not having you on.
By me?
Yes, by
Oh,
you.
yes, definitely by me. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying somebody else was giving you garbage for it too. That's funny.
No, the ratings on the show were up everywhere without you on it.
All right. It's my last episode. See you later.
Oh, I tease.
Yeah.
First off, I wanted to bring up, I sent you this article earlier before we started,
Okay.
and I wanted to go over this because I had a question for you. Okay. This was in Nigeria, where we have a lot of the princes that are always trying to send us money through our emails.
Let's see. So you sent this earlier? Send us, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those. That was early email days for me.
Yeah, my spam blocker is fairly good. Okay, so this is a guy in Nigeria. He accepted a year behind bars over returning $1.1 million mistakenly sent him. A banking error turned into a courtroom moment that shocked many across Nigeria. First Bank accidentally credited a customer with Nigerian $1.5 billion instead of the correct amount. So it's funny how money works compared to the U.S.
Yeah.
The 1.5 billion Nigerian is 1.1 million here. Okay. So rather than report the error, the man quietly began spending the money over several months. The transactions went unnoticed at first, raising serious questions about banking checks and personal responsibility. Well, I'm sure his friends and family and whatnot noticed him all of a sudden being flush with cash.
Yeah, hey, what's happening?
So the investigators later tracked the unusual activity and linked it back to the mistaken credit. The case involved Ojo was his name, Ojo Kingsley, who was arrested by the EFCC in Benin City. The spending reportedly happened between June and November of 2025. So not that many months.
Yeah.
By the time authorities stepped in, a large portion of money was already gone. I mean, the amount of money he went through was insane.
Gosh.
In court, the judge offered two choices: a 1-year prison sentence or Nigerian $5 million fine with repayment of the remaining funds. The balance left was Nigerian $272 million. So
wait, it was $1 billion?
It was 1.5 billion Nigerian.
Oh, I thought
and all that was left was Nigerian 272 million. So
it's like nothing.
In a handful of months, he spent almost all of it. Yeah. In a move to some many observers, Kingsley chose prison over repayment. The decision has sparked debate about accountability, justice, and personal choices. You think? So,
I feel like the judge gave him a get out of jail or get into jail pass for that. $1 billion. I took it as $1 million. I didn't register billion.
Yeah, so they were going to make him pay just a small fraction of what was taken in a fine. The fine was only 5 million Nigerian, and then he had to give back the rest of the 272 million Nigerian. So he had,
and not the rest.
Yeah, so he had spent.
Oh my god! I guess I didn't read that right.
He had spent 1.25 billion Nigerian of the 1.5 billion.
My gosh!
It's okay. So that lottery winners, it's been shown that the majority of them, within a few years, they're flat ass broke again
because they need financial planners.
Yeah. Well, and they also need relatives that just don't roll out of the woodwork either.
I'll be like, everybody just hold the phone.
The distant cousin that you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
So it brings up the question of, would you pick jail for a year or pay the money back instead?
Oh, so you're not even giving me the original option of would I start spending the money in the first place?
No, this has no morality attached to it.
Okay, so I'm nefarious already, and I am either choosing jail or
you either get jail,
it back.
So you get which I don't know. I can't imagine Nigerian jail is actually pleasant or anything.
That's what if we're talking about. But are we doing the equivalent American jail? I still don't think I'd want to do it. Sorry, we're helping our feeble dog.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, so if it was like country club level jail for a year, you don't have to pay any of it back. You're off scots free.
Yeah, I don't.
Or is it going to be like?
Okay.
I mean, I guess that he does have some money, so he could like have people buying him food and stuff from the commissary or whatever.
Okay, $1 billion.
But I mean,
and all the fine is $5 million. So he's gonna pay
Nigerian.
Okay, but then he's gotta he's gotta give back what he currently has and figure out the other $5 million while in jail.
No. If he has an either or choice, a 1-year prison sentence or a Nigerian $5 million fine with repayment of the remaining funds. So all he had to do, the way I read it, is pay the fine and give the balance of the money back, the $272 million. So it kind of sounded like if I'm reading this right, it sounded like the judge was going, okay, this is your fault because you spent it. However, I'm not letting the bank off scot-free because the bank should have caught this a long time ago. And maybe he just thought he had a rounding error in his account.
Yeah, but come on.
A rounding error.
I would immediately going, wait a minute. I would be before that. I'd be in there going, what? As much as I love what this says right now, what's the deal? But now you're saying I've nefariously decided to keep it and spend it. Now I have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
saying you're just a bad person.
Yeah.
Well, or you're like thinking, well, I don't balance my checkbook. And so it could be a rounding error.
Balancing. I know there's,
yeah, so it's like,
yeah, this is about what I have in there and that's good enough, whatever.
So you go, hey Siri, what is the average income per year in Nigeria? Let's see what it says.
That's helpful information.
Okay.
So that comes into play. So this comes into play.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think to look this up.
Okay. So they have data as of 2022.
Okay.
And as of 2022, per capita, the average was $9,148 a year is what they live on. Well, you got to think about it.
Oh my goodness!
It's a third class.
He'll never be able to pay that $5 million fine. He has to choose jail.
Well, yeah,
because I said time served. $9,000 a year. He'll never make the $5 million to repay, and he's not going to have the collateral or whatever. It's $9,000.
Well, and the thing is that he still has money left over that's still equivalent to several years of income that he gets to keep
if he goes to jail. That's why he chose to go to jail.
Yeah.
Knowing that information, you have no choice but to go to jail. But I'm saying I wouldn't have spent it in the first place.
Okay, so
I would have wanted to see it in my account just like for a day. I wouldn't have touched it. I'd been like, yeah, how cool is this? Just to see what that feels like for a minute. Maybe. I don't know. I'd probably be in the bank. So I said
he had 272 million. Let's see. One more zero. Yeah, that's right.
That is crazy.
Okay. So he doesn't have to pay a fine.
If he goes to jail.
Correct.
Okay.
And he gets to keep the money.
Okay.
And we know that the average income there is about $9,000 a year.
Okay.
He will still have, when he gets out of jail, $195,000, almost $196,000.
As long as he
doesn't have to do anything.
As long as he doesn't die. I don't know what Nigerian prison's like. I guess that's a facet too. I don't know, but he doesn't have a choice.
Ojo, we're rooting for you.
He doesn't have a choice. He has to spend the year in jail.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I personally, I don't want to be incarcerated.
Okay, so that's a good question. What is because 5 million Nigerian is the fine. So what is that? That is, the fine. Okay, so the fine works out to 5 million Nigerian is $3,602.57. That's his fine.
And it's 9,000.
But he would also had to give back the other 272 million, which was $196,000. So it totaled. They probably did the math. It totals up to $200,000, pretty much even in U.S. dollars that they would have recovered out of the $1.1 million. I think that he has to keep it and
go to jail.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't have a choice. That's really where he's at. I still can't believe this is the way that situation unfolded, because that's insane. But he has to go to jail and just go, done. And then he just has to survive in jail. Hopefully it's not a terrible jail.
So you would go to jail for a year?
If you weren't going to let me give it back in the first place, then yes.
I mean,
I guess. What choice would I have? He doesn't have a choice. He can't pay it back.
I don't know how strict their jails are, but
that's what I'm like.
But if you could have your cell phone there, I mean, just think how good you could finally get a Duolingo.
I don't think you can have a cell phone in jail.
Please. Do you see all the contraband that they pull out of jails?
I don't know. Yeah, but if you get caught with stuff, I don't know. I've never been in jail. I'm scared of jail. I don't want to be in jail.
Well, I mean, we can Google how bad are.
Can you have a cell phone in jail? I don't know.
How bad is a Nigerian
really
jail?
Question.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So we got more data here.
He's not going to survive jail.
Okay. So Nigerian jails are widely considered to be extremely poor, characterized by severe overcrowding, inhumane living conditions, inadequate healthcare, malnutrition, and systemic human rights abuses. Let's see. Yeah, it operates beyond its capacity.
I can imagine. Okay.
The inmates often sleep in shifts or on the floor in squalid, poorly ventilated cells. Now, he does have some food or some money, so he can theoretically buy some protection in jail.
Maybe.
Okay, the food is often described as barely edible and insufficient, leading to chronic malnutrition. Healthcare services are poor, and treatable diseases often lead to death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he could die. Then for what?
You got abuse and mistreatment. Inmates have reported physical abuse, torture, harassment, and solitary confinement for extended periods. Corruption among staff, including extortion of prisoners. He's definitely getting extorted. Lack of due process, of course, and systemic neglect.
Okay, neither one of these scenarios is good. They're both bad.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
He shouldn't have spent the money.
This is why I brought it up and said, which one would you choose? Because both options are pretty piss poor.
That's crazy. I don't want to be in jail. Anywhere. I don't. It scares me. That's it. I don't want to be caged. No way. No way.
So,
both of his options are terrible.
Yeah, they're both bad.
Praying for him to.
The one, he probably doesn't have the money to repay anything anyway, or pay the fine. So he almost has to choose jail, and then still roll the dice if he survives in a year. However, he does have some money, so he can pay for bribery of the prison guards and for food. And
but then to what? It'll be all gone.
Yeah. Honestly, the best thing you could hope for is you get solitary confinement in there.
Well, and what do you have to do that? Because it sounds like if they're overcrowded, how much solitary confinement do they have? And how horrible is that? I don't know. You should spend the money in the first place. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Sorry. And we all have judgment lapses, I'm sure, but man, that one's a big one. That's a bad one.
Yeah. We're hearing all these fraud cases right now in the news happening across the U.S. There's been some bust in, obviously, Minnesota. Minnesota is that's how you pronounce it.
That's how you pronounce it. It's not how I pronounce it.
That's exactly how you say it.
Not how I say it.
Yeah, it's your Canadian light is coming out.
No, I don't say it like that. It's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
No, it's not how I say it.
Well, they found obviously all the fraud with the people stealing from the federal government for fake child care and health care. And there was something else. But and then the other one right now they found in California is 2,000 hospice centers located in like a 2-mile radius in LA.
What?
Yeah, this isn't physically possible. When they really actually checked into the addresses and stuff, you got vacant lots, parking garages, addresses that don't exist. There was literally no oversight. And you wonder, are they going to get their 2 options as well? Or is anything actually going to happen to them at all? Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
of the
if that's
mindset that
what-
nothing's going to happen.
I don't know.
But
Crazy.
I'd love it if something did. Speaking of politics.
Okay.
No, I'm not speaking of politics.
Okay.
But I was going to tell you that something cool that I've done this week
Okay.
is I have corrected my Facebook feed. And I've put a lot of time into this over the past 2 days to correct my Facebook feed. And I'm pretty stoked about how it is. Because
Yeah.
I noticed it was starting to pull up too much political stuff. Because you know how Facebook and Meta works is that if you like something, a lot of times I just like it just because I've read it.
Well, everything's attached.
Yeah, and well, but a lot of times it's like, okay, I've read it, and like I see that I've already marked it that I read it.
Yeah.
Well, not thinking about what it's doing to my feed. So next thing you knew is like my whole feed was like none of my friends or very rarely any of my friends post.
Yeah. Which
And it was a lot of politics. And I was like, okay, this is too much because I want to be informed, but not really.
Not to death.
Yeah.
And I hate seeing my friends post 3 days later. I'm like,
I want to
Okay.
I want to be pretty much surface level maybe, and then there's some stuff that if I want to deeper dive I can deeper dive on my own time.
yeah.
However, I fixed it.
And what did you do to fix it,
This
Kevin?
was brilliant. So I started liking any Maine Coon site that I could find and like deep diving into them and liking them and sharing them. That's another way you can do it. Sharing them to you because you got inundated with them. So your feed, I probably messed up your feed too.
Well, messed up. It has
I've corrected
affected
it.
because we're friends. So if I look at something of yours, it's like, boom, Maine Coons have showed up more in my feed, and my reels are like, you know how you get the whatever, you can watch the reels that keep going through your feed, however that works. Yeah, so I see a lot.
It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Now too.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
I don't care. I'm not sad about it.
but it's like people are like, oh, so this is my whole point of all this. People go, oh, Facebook and Instagram is so negative anymore. Blah, social media, blah, blah.
Yeah, I just gotta find it.
And so I was like, or you can make it something epic. Because it's like
turns out
it likes to show you what you're interested in because it never wants you to leave it. So what I did is I started liking all these Maine Coon sites and it goes, are you interested in seeing more of this? Yes, please. It hit that. And then I would come up today and he goes, well, what about ragdolls? And I'm like, well, tell me more. Interested. And so then
check.
I got all these ones of ragdolls coming up now. So it's like literally all Maine Coon and ragdoll. And you know, some of the political is still working its stuff through the system. But it's not as aggressive as it was. It's like every third post now is definitely a cat. It's like perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what it does to mine.
It's pretty cool.
I'm not lamenting either. It's interesting how everything weaves.
Well, Gary Vaynerchuk was talking about it. He goes, if you don't like your feed, you can literally fix it in a couple days. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this.
Seems untrue.
And I'm going to deep dive hardcore because my Instagram's already fine because my Instagram is mainly comedy. So that one's already fine.
Love comedy.
Yeah. And that's where I watched all the reels of comedic, you know, like all the Instagram people and
like
whatnot.
Dry Bar and stuff. I haven't seen that in a while. I should go back and look through that. I love.
Well, if you start liking it, it'll stop popping up again.
I just have to go back and do it. I love watching those.
Well, and these are also on my Facebook ones too, because I've got it to where it's showing cat stuff and then it's showing auto repair stuff. And I'm like, will I ever do that? No, but I'll watch it. and then I watch the couples on there that are doing little comedy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I watch them like Joel and Sarah and Micah and Sarah. They're two different ones.
Oh,
and and there's two examples.
Okay.
Dude Dad is normally though on Instagram.
Love Dude Dad.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want a pro tip of how to correct it, well, because I mean, like I noticed it within 24 hours
for sure,
but then I dove deep in it today when I had time, and I was like, we're gonna get more cats. This
cat video and this cat video and this cat video.
Yeah,
and that did it.
So it's like it's tons.
Yeah, It's funny.
It's awesome.
It's funny. It's amazing.
But it's like you should protect your feed because your feed will protect your attitude.
True.
And honestly, it's not like I can't do anything about what's happening in Minnesota or LA or wherever.
I cannot do anything about it right now. People say, yes, you can't. Yes, but today I can make my friend's day better, or my neighbor's day better, or my husband's day better.
But you know what I can do today?
What's that?
I can watch another cat video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
okay.
We're going to wrap it up here.
Okay.
So until next time, like, share, comment, leave feedback, review, send smoke signals. Sure.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah. Until next
Send
time,
notes.
go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be. I honestly didn't